brothers and sisters, we continue talking about the characteristics mentioned in the 19th verse of Surah An-Nahl. And the characteristic that we are going to discuss briefly today is وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى, which is giving to relatives, or in a broader sense, being generous, good and kind to our family, our closest ones, our neighbors, and pretty much to every other human being. In two Quranic verses, verse 36 from Surah An-Nisa and verse 83 from Surah Al-Baqarah, we get advice and warning from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be good to others. I will cite the verse 36 from Surah An-Nisa, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and as I said, very similar ayats, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, worship Allah and associate nothing with Him, and to parents do good, and to relatives, orphans, the needy, the near neighbor, the neighbor far away, the companion at your side, the traveler, and so on. Notice here, my dear brothers and sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions family before He mentions orphans and the needy. Be good to parents and fulfill the ties with family, and then be good to the orphans, the needy, neighbors, travelers, and so on. Maintaining the bonds of kinship, Silatul Rahim, indeed has great importance in Islam. The word family ties or kinship is Arham, and comes from the same root as Allah's name Ar-Rahman. In one hadith recorded in Al-Bukhari, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the word Ar-Rahman, which literally means the womb, derives its name from Ar-Rahman, and he explains that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I will keep a good relationship with the one who will keep a good relationship with you, meaning relatives. And I will cut off the relationship with him who will cut off the relationship with you, meaning relatives as well. Having good relationships with our parents, relatives, neighbors, and others can manifest in various ways, such as kindness, charity, visiting, forgiving, or helping each other. There is a hadith in Sahih Bukhari narrated by Abu Ayyub radiallahu anhu, that the man came to Allah's Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the man asked, tell me of such a deed that will make me enter paradise. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, you should worship Allah and do not ascribe any partners to Him. Offer prayer perfectly, pay the zakah, and keep good relations with your kith and kin. Even, my dear brothers and sisters, when giving charity, it is preferable to give it to the needy relatives. The Prophet ﷺ said, to give sadaqah to a needy man brings one reward, while giving the same to a needy relative brings two, one for charity and the other for respecting the family ties. Acts of charity or other good deeds could mend broken relationships. There is a hadith about a man who asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what act of charity is the best? And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, one given to an estranged relative. Those who maintain good relationship with their family and relatives can increase their lifespan and wealth. In hadith recorded by Bukhari, Allah's Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whoever loves that he be granted more wealth and that his lease of life be prolonged, then he should keep good relations with his kith and kin. On the other hand, my brothers and sisters, there is a hadith narrated by Jubayr bin Mut'im radiallahu anhu, that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, The person who cut off the bond of kinship will not enter paradise. This hadith is recorded in Bukhari, which is authentic. And in another hadith narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the most quickly rewarded of good deeds are kindness and upholding the ties of kinship. And the most quickly punished evil deeds are injustice and cutting off the ties of kinship. So, my dear brothers and sisters, let's fill our lives with du'as, praying for peace and mercy for our family and relatives, transcending above egos and evil whispers, and uniting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the blessings that this brings to our life. Bearing this in mind, we seek Allah's favor to make us amongst those who observe good ties with their kith and kin. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa aqim as-salam.